Welcome back. In this video, we will learn about types of web hosting. So, what is web hosting? Generally, the term web hosting refers to a service that allows hosting and serving websites. It's not the only type of hosting like email hosting. The web hosting companies have servers running on the internet. These are not just servers but web servers. This means these servers are capable of receiving HTTP requests, process them, and send responses back to the client. These servers have special web server software running on them, which enables them to do all these things. Apache and Nginx are two popular server softwares used by many web hosts. When you purchase a hosting plan from a company, you get limited access to one of their web servers. On that server, you get a location to install or upload your website files. These files can be images, HTML, JavaScripts, style sheets, or even dynamic codes like PHP. The server also has a public IP address. When you point your domain to that IP, people will be able to access your website using that domain. What are the different types of web hosting? Shared hosting, VPS, that is known as virtual private server, dedicated server hosting, cloud, self-managed or managed clouds, serverless hosting, static site hosting, reseller hosting, managed WordPress. Shared hosting, as the name suggests, share hosting means that you are sharing resources with other customers. Multiple accounts on the same physical server. One account can have multiple websites under it. The underlying operating system is the same. Shared CPU power, memory, and other resources, although you may get bandwidth and storage allocation. When you purchase a shared hosting plan from a company like Bluehost, you are actually getting a hosting account, not an entire web server. Within that hosting account, you can create websites, users, set up databases, and so on. And to do all such tasks, the hosting company provides a graphical user interface. cPanel is the example of one such interface. Some companies like DreamHost and Hostingers also use custom developed panel. So share hosting, since you are sharing resources with others, shared hosting is most economical choice for small websites. The downside is also obvious. If other user also using the same server, so they are using overdue resources, your sites become slow. Another disadvantage is shared IP address. If another account gets hacked or infected, the whole IP can get blacklisted. Thus in turn it can affect your site too. So is shared hosting secure? It depends upon the company running it. Good web hosts take necessary measure to isolate one account from another, so one user cannot access the files on another server. However, if someone gains root access to the operating system, it can compromise all the accounts even if your site are secure. So you need to trust the hosting company's capability in providing a secure environment. VPS, virtual private server. VPS stands for virtual private server. Like shared hosting, there can be multiple users on the same physical server. The difference is that in VPS hosting, the physical server is divided into multiple virtual machines. It's made possible using special software called hypervisors, which creates and manage multiple virtual machines. And each virtual machine runs a separate instance of operating system, usually Linux. The advantage, it gives more isolation than a shared hosting environment. Also, it is guaranteed that you always have access to allocated resources, be it memory or CPU cores. So another VPS on the same server cannot affect your VPS, ensuring better consistency in performance. Also, you get more server level control, including root permission. Full control over your virtual machine with root, can install custom packages, guaranteed system resources, separate operating system instances, better isolation from another users. The pricing of a VPS hosting package is based on the memory and CPU core it offers. Comparatively, it is expensive than shared hosting. Also, the server maintenance responsibility is on your shoulders. You have to take care of the server security and updates. If you are not a sysad, then this can be a difficult job. That's why some companies offer managed VPS hosting. The price is usually higher. Dedicated server hosting. In dedicated hosting, you will get full control on an actual physical server. You don't need to share that server with any other customer. You have the freedom to install software whatever you want and configure the software server in any way you like. Full access to physical machine, but expensive but powerful. Dedicated resources, best for popular sites applications but not for beginners. Maximum security. Pricing based on CPU power, memory and storage spaces, almost no restriction bandwidth. Dedicated servers are capable of hosting multiple high traffic websites without any slowdowns. However, this freedom and power costs a premium. The price of dedicated server is exactly range in dollars in a month. Against just like VPS, a dedicated server can also be managed and unmanaged. With the latter, you have to perform all the maintenance tasks, whereas in managed dedicated hosting, you will get support from the hosting company in server. Cloud, self-managed. Cloud hosting is one step up from VPS hosting. It also involves virtualization, which means multiple virtual machines are created in physical machine using hypervisors. On the top of that, cloud hosting uses cloud computing software like Apache CloudStack and OpenStack, etc. to manage these virtual machines. The approach allows creating a pool of resources. That's why it's called cloud. The advantage: virtual machines can be created, deleted or scaled much quicker than a traditional VPS. Downtime is also less than you are not depending on a single virtual machine. That's also the reason why cloud companies are able to provide pay as you go pricing. If you have a 2 GB instance on AWS, you can scale it up to 4 GB within a seconds. And benefits of VPS is also included in the same thing. Now, what is cloud self-managed? In self-managed, better scalability and reliability, pay as you go pricing, cheaper than traditional VPS. Amazon, AWS, DigitalOcean, Linode are some of the popular cloud server provider. Just like VPS and dedicated, you need to set up the server and take care of it. For that, you need to know Linux, SSH and how to secure a server. But what does it mean? Either you should have a sysad or you have to hire someone who knows how to do it. That's where managed cloud hosting. Managed cloud hosting. With managed cloud hosting, you still get the benefits of the cloud, but you need not to worry about the server security and maintenance. Different companies offer managed cloud hosting services in different ways, but common factor is that they all work on the top of the cloud infrastructure. Cloudways is one of such companies that support Google Cloud, AWS, DigitalOcean, Linode and Vultr. They manage everything including server provisioning, software installation and maintenance, in addition to offering support while you can focus on your website. Server Pilot is another one which are a little bit different. You can connect any VPS with it, out or not. Serverless hosting. Need something more modern or sophisticated? That means you are looking for server hosting. The terms you should not confuse with serverless. Doesn't mean that isn't any server. The difference is that you need not to worry. You need to worry less about the server. Instead, you can focus more than your application. If you are new to tech, it might be difficult to wrap your head around these concepts. Also, serverless hosting may not be ideal for all use cases, such as hosting a WordPress website, although it is not impossible. Then what's serverless hosting best for? Suppose you want to generate a image thumbnail on the fly of the web app. As usual, you do it within a web server as part of your application code. If image request increases, you need to scale the server. So on the flip side, there can also be a period of time when there isn't any usage, but still you need to pay for your active servers. Serverless hosting is best for such situations. You can create functions to perform specific tasks, host it and invoke it when it is required. AWS Lambda is the example of serverless computing service. The platform automatically scales up or down when it is required, and you need to pay only for the code execution. That's why serverless is often synonymous with function as a service. The serverless is little bit ambiguous, but the main advantage is you need not provision to scale server as usual. It's managed by the platform. Reseller hosting. Reseller hosting is nothing complicated. It's just web agencies or developers who create and manage multiple client websites. If you are an agency creating websites for other, you can find an additional revenue stream by reselling hosting and domain from a popular web hosting companies. They sell the plan to go at wholesale prices. They can set it at high profit margins so to sell their client. That's how you make profit. If you know how to get people to sign up, then this business can be highly profitable. Under a single seller account, you can set up multiple cPanel account, then hand it over to the client, or you can manage it yourself as well. You can also use white label account via WHM, that is Web Host Manager. So your customer will only see your logo, nothing the company's hosting company is. All popular web hosting companies including GoDaddy and HostGator of plans. Managed WordPress hosting. Managed WordPress hosting is aimed at power WordPress users who don't want to bother about the technicalities of web hosting. Access to an expert WordPress support team, WordPress specific feature, better reliability, etc. are the highlights of managed WordPress hosting. The underlying infrastructure can be anything like cloud, VPS, dedicated servers based on the provider. For example, Insta managed WordPress service is built on Google Cloud Platform. Since it's a premium service, the price is also on the side. Conclusion. So by now I hope you have an idea of different hosting choices available in front of you. If you are a beginner not expecting much traffic on your website, Quality Share Hosting is the best place to start. Later you can site outgrow, you can migrate it or upgrade it to cloud, VPS or anything that meets your requirement. Otherwise, if you are technically inclined and want to do something by yourself, then go to the unmanaged cloud server and set up things yourself. You will learn a lot of sysadd things in the process. Server cost from Vultr, Linode and DigitalOcean are at par many shared hosting plans. Managed cloud is another option if you need some assistance in server related things. Cloudways and Server Pilot are the great options. Finally, if you want to complete peace of mind of hosting a high traffic WordPress website, then a managed WordPress hosting company can do that. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session.